In this video, we will focus on how to use the Pull tool in Ansys Discovery and the various operations that can be carried out with it. Of the many tools you'll encounter in Discovery, the most commonly used is Pull. The Pull command is primarily used to create solid geometry, but it contains a variety of options which allow you to control exactly how this geometry is generated. You are not limited to only making simple extrusions along a straight path. In this video, we will work through several different examples to provide an in-depth look at the Pull tool and its many functions. Ready? Let's get started. Open the file howtopull.dsco. At the most basic level, the Pull tool is used to extrude geometry along a constant direction. This operation can be carried out on almost any type of entity within Discovery. Our first example focuses on a single line. Click Pull and select the line, then left-click anywhere in the model window and drag the mouse. You can move the mouse forward or backward along the indicated direction to stretch the line to form a surface. We'll cover pulling in a specific direction in one of the upcoming examples. The next application of the Pull command is to extrude a surface profile. In this case, selecting the indicated face and pulling it will create a 3D solid prism with the same dimensions as the profile. Once again, we can pull in either direction, and the distance can be controlled with the mouse or by typing in a value on the keyboard and pressing Enter. Example 3 highlights the ability to modify existing geometry using Pull. We can select one or more faces on the cube and use Pull to resize the body. If we click the offset circular profile and pull it until it intersects the cube, we have a good example of how the same tool can be used to remove geometry. The Add, Cut, and No Merge options give us full control over the results of any pull operation. The Pull command also works on edges. By clicking one or more edges on the cube and pulling, we can quickly add a radius to multiple corners. In the Options panel on the right side of the HUD, we will find several additional options. To create a beveled edge, we can activate the chamfer option. The three remaining options are Extrude Edge, Copy Edge, and Pivot Edge. Extrude Edge works in much the same way as the line we extruded at the beginning of the tutorial. Copy Edge duplicates an edge and allows us to split a face into multiple sections. The new faces can be pulled independently. Pivot Edge lets us rotate the entire face to a new angle. The different pull modes can be found on the left side of the Pull tool HUD. These include Pull Direction, Revolve, Draft, Sweep, and Scale. The Up To option allows us to specify a reference location, where the pull operation should extend up to and stop. Pull Direction allows us to specify an alternate direction to extrude the geometry. Typically, the extrude will be normal to the selected profile, but this is not mandatory. By using Pull Direction, we can designate a new trajectory along a different linear path, such as the construction line shown here. The extruded profile will maintain its original orientation with respect to the reference direction. Revolve can be used to extrude geometry about a central axis. This is useful for cylindrical or conical parts. The profile is swept around the axis, and we can control the distance from 0 to a full 360 degrees. Notice there is a full pull option that allows you to do a full 360 revolution in one click. The draft option will apply a draft angle to one or more selected faces. We first have to specify a plane to draft about, and then select the face or faces to draft, then decide the draft angle. Sweep can be used to extrude a profile along a selected trajectory. The trajectory does not need to be a straight line or constrained to a single plane. However, sweeping along a curve that causes the resulting geometry to intersect itself may result in the operation failing to complete successfully. Lastly, we have the scale function. Scale allows us to increase or decrease the size of a selected object while keeping its proportions fixed. This can be useful for correcting a design or to quickly create related components in different sizes. The example shown here is a capacitor. At a higher capacitance, the component will be larger, but keep the same general shape. To begin the operation, select the Scale option. Then choose a reference point as the anchor point. The body will scale out or in from this point in all directions. The world origin is always a good option, but a point or vertex will work as well. With the anchor point selected, click and drag a box around the entire body. It's possible to click and drag, but it's usually more efficient to type in the scale value with the keyboard. The scale operation can also be constrained to one direction only. Pressing the Alt key, we can select the direction we want to scale our model about. So, let's summarize. The Pull tool extrudes geometries along specified directions. It can create a surface from a curved segment or a prism from a surface. The extrusion can follow specified curved paths or revolve around an axis. The Pull extrusion can be used to add or subtract material on existing geometry. The Pull tool can also be used to resize bodies, incline surfaces, or smooth sharp edges. In the next lesson, we will take a look at the Move tool in Ansys Discovery.